first episode for our podcast, CNM's life. Basically, Christian and Marlon's life. A lot of crazy stuff happens. But for this episode, we're going to be talking about relationships and we're going to be featuring Kyle Hayes.
Hi,
Kyle,
Kyle.
hi.
Hi.
Christian basically summarized it. This is our first episode, and let's talk about relationships. Starting off with you, Kyle, since you're the guest. When was your first girlfriend? And who?
My first girlfriend, it was like around 6th grade.
Mm-hmm. Describe the relationship. Was it good? Was it bad?
It wasn't like tight where we could like go on for like a couple months or longer.
So it was just like whatever.
Yeah. It was just like testing.
Yeah.
Got you. So, Christian, how about you? When was your first girlfriend?
My first girlfriend was in 5th grade, if we're counting that. Her name was Emilia Lizalde. To be honest, it wasn't that good of a relationship because of the fact that it was in elementary school. We don't really know what we're doing, stuff like that. But yeah, that basically summarizes my relationship. Didn't really feel that good about it. How about you, Marlon? What was your first relationship?
Mine was in 2nd grade, actually. If you want to consider elementary school, I guess. I mean, it wasn't really a relationship, like you said. It's just like, hey, you like each other. Her name was Caitlin. I forgot her last name 100% because she moved like 3 years ago. But yeah, it was whatever. I mean, she actually didn't have a phone. I don't think I did actually. So it was actually we actually talked. We communicated. It was whatever. I just went backwards. But we had a good conversation. It was whatever. I mean, it was a couple like. The funny part about our relationship was she actually liked my cousin Aiden at the same time while we dated. And I knew she liked Aiden, but I still dated her because I was like, okay. So the plan was she would like each of us 50%, and we would just keep going from there. And that was my weirdest experience with her. Yeah. So Kyle, since you're the guest, let's hear you on. So what's your first kiss story?
Alright, so my first kiss story was it was like this year, and it was in my Renaissance room. So someone told these two kids, Jonathan Peralta and Yadier, that me and this person, Allison Sanchez,
Mm-hmm.
they told them that we were dating, and they were just like hyping us up in the Renaissance room because we had the same Renaissance. So yeah.
So they peer pressured you.
I wouldn't say peer pressure because it was like I was going to eventually, like probably the next day. But yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Would you say it was like a good kiss, or was it just like whatever?
It would be like in the middle because it was just our first time.
So, it was both of your first times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how about you, Christian? Your first kiss.
My first kiss. It wasn't that good because like it was a dare. So like it was July 5th. We were in family fun day, and like
No.
it was 6th grade, and like that was like I wasn't like used to like I never kissed. I probably knew that I wasn't that good at it, but the thing is, I was with this girl. Her name is Haley May.
Mm-hmm.
And she, so we were playing a game called Truth or Dare. Most of you guys know what game I'm talking about.
Yeah, Truth or Dare.
Yeah, we were playing Truth or Dare. And then somebody dared her to kiss me. And Yeah.
Oh, I
Because of
remember.
that.
I remember now. So like no one thought she would do it. I remember. It was. I was like shocked when she actually did it.
Me too. Like the time when it actually happened, like I was completely shocked. I was like, did she actually just do this? I was like, wow, she actually just did this. So how it happened, it was so they dared her, and then like after that, I was like, there's no way she about to do this. So then she goes in for it. Then I'm like, oh wait, she actually just. She goes in for it. I'm not ready, like at all. I'm literally like I'm like, she's not actually gonna do this. So there's no. And then all of a sudden, she goes in for it. And I'm like, hold up, what? She actually just did this? Is this serious right now? You know, like you were. I wasn't ready at all. I didn't know what was going on, and she just goes in. To be
Oh, so
honest, it
you're like,
wasn't. Cause you know, like I literally wasn't ready for it at all.
would you kiss her again though?
Honestly, her lips were soft as hell, so I think I would.
Oh, you heard it, Haley. You heard it. Christian's waiting. So
Yeah.
well, for me it was sort of like,
How
I
about
mean,
you, Marley?
mine wasn't like a dare. It was just like, so like I was in 5th grade. Same girl from the first thing, the first relationship.
Kaylin, right?
Yeah, Caitlin. It was a separate time though. I would never last a relationship that long. Sorry, but it was a separate time, and it was just we were alright. And then no one expected us to actually do it, and so yeah, I mean no, everyone expected us to do it because like I'm Marlon. I had like the biggest ego. I was like, oh yeah, I could do anything,
Exactly.
and then I did exactly still to this day, but I was going to do it, and then she didn't want to in front of everyone. So we're like, okay. So we waited till everyone stopped recording because like we're 5th grade, everyone's recording. They're like, no way, they're about to kiss.
Yeah.
Everyone's like gassing it up, whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah. After as soon as everyone stops recording, we go to the room. It was by the janitor's closet. It was like right after lunch, like before recess.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I just went up to her. I kissed her. It was both of our first kisses. It was actually probably the worst kiss experience I ever hope to have in my life. It was right after lunch. God, the breath was terrible for her at least. Because I'm Marley. Like once again, I had the biggest ego. I had a mint on me. I was ready. I had all this stuff, and she was just. She did not care. I don't know what she had for lunch, but it was terrible, dude.
It was just not good. It was just not good.
Yeah, I was not feeling it after that. And then we broke up actually like 2 hours after. So yeah.
Who broke up with who?
I broke up with her. Cause I was like, I
Because
never.
of her breath?
Yep. So, Kyle, are there any exes you would get back with?
Yeah, probably only one.
Who's that?
Her name is Allison, not Sanchez.
Listen, Ayala. A lot. Ayala.
Yeah.
Mm. That's
Why
actually-
would you get back with her?
What'd you say?
Why would you get back with
I think I actually am going to because I think she deserves like a second chance.
her? You think
So
she
what went
does?
wrong the first time?
So this kid named Tristan
Oh,
decided, yeah. So he decided it was gonna be a good idea to tell me, to basically trick me into like thinking that she cheated on me.
Good friend.
And this was like a couple days ago.
A couple of days ago. She.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about them doing it to you?
I don't feel great about it because I was just trying to be his friend and then he does that. So
Mhm.
I didn't feel the best about it.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I feel you.
So it was just like, that's it. You wouldn't do it again. Or you would actually. You would, I'm sorry. You would.
Yeah.
Would you trust Tristan like again?
what?
With your
Would you
relationship.
trust Tristan again?
Oh no,
You wouldn't be his friend?
no.
Alright. How about you, Marlon?
Well, I had this thing with Lilia. I mean, it was alright. I'm not gonna say it wasn't like that. It's just we had a lot of, like, honestly, I think before
lot of
quarantine we
problems.
were fine, and then once we got into quarantine, it was just like we constantly, like, we were fine the first week, and then it just became constant arguing. It's like no one wants to put up with that. I could tell she wasn't happy, so it was like, okay,
Yeah, no one would want to put up with that.
Yeah.
Like, constant arguing with someone that you really loved and just constant
look.
arguing, that just isn't it.
It's not even on her. It's like the relationship itself was like, it was okay. It just at
It was
times,
toxic.
yeah, at
Like,
times.
at times it was really nice, like, it was a good relationship to be in, but then at times it would also be really toxic and stuff like that. Alright.
I mean, it is what it is. It
Anybody
happens.
else?
I mean, all of my relationships are like on and off. I'm not gonna act like they weren't. I mean,
Besides one, right?
oh yeah. Besides Nikki, everyone else I dated one time, and then we would break up after. So yeah, it's like, okay. Eventually, you just have to stop. So I don't think there's any exes I'd get back. I mean, there's some I would like have a moment with.
Like who?
I mean, it depends what you consider like a moment. Anyways, how about you, Christian? Any exes you would get back
me?
with?
If there was anybody I'd get back with, it would most likely be Kylie and Michelle.
Ooh, I know you were really happy with Michelle. I thought you were happier with
I
Michelle than
was.
Kylie.
With Michelle, I felt like I was a shit back then, bro. I was like, yo, look at me dating an 8th grader and stuff, bro. I'm out here in the hood, bro. I'm nice as hell, bro.
Okay.
They call me Mr. Steal Your Girl, bro. Felt like I was a shit back then, bro. I was really happy with her. And Kylie, to be honest, the relationship with her wasn't really what I was expecting. Like,
You expected more
it's
or
not
less.
that it was bad, it's just like, it just wasn't a fun relationship.
It just
like,
wasn't what you were looking
She
for.
was really quiet, and like, she was never like,
It's like
daughter.
the complete opposite of you.
She's gorgeous.
I mean, yeah,
she's gorgeous.
Kylie is really pretty, and she's a very nice person. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Kylie isn't beautiful or
She's
anything.
a very, very good person. Personality's great. It's just
It's just
she was
complete
really
opposites.
awkward at times. She was really shy,
I get you.
and that's not what I look for in a relationship, to be honest.
All right, so getting to more serious questions that could actually change something. Kyle, what ex would you say had the biggest effect on you, like to this moment?
Like, which one made you feel like you changed a lot?
That's a hard one. Because I think my recent ex.
Allison?
Allison, did you change a lot?
Yeah.
In what ways did she make you change?
Like, I don't know how to explain
Like,
it.
have you had like, has your trust in people gone lower?
Yeah, you could say that. It's definitely gone a little lower, especially because of Tristan and everything.
Yeah, and everything that went on. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
How about you, Marlon?
Oh, by far. I think we can, anyone here can answer that question. I mean, I went from a completely different person from December when me and Lilia started dating to now. It was like,
Marlon, when I say he was a different person, bro, he was a literal F-boy. Like, he was a slut,
bro, when
This
I
man
tell you, I
would
was
grab
flirting with
everybody's
every
ass, bro.
single girl.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every single girl.
I
don't
dated
think there
every.
was a
I don't
girl that
care.
he
I
didn't
was
grab.
I was fucking around with everyone, bro. And
Bro, he
then
was actually hoeing around with the whole universe
literally
until he started dating Lilia.
And then, I mean, here's the story of Lilia. It wasn't like I regret it. I mean, I don't regret it. I'm not gonna. I mean, she changed me as a person for.
Because at the time, it was really good.
I mean, still to this moment. I mean, it was just like it was okay. It wasn't terrible. We
You
had
don't
our
regret
moments.
anything of what you did. Because at the time, you know that.
Yeah. I mean, I regret things I did during some parts of our relationship, like
Yeah.
that I messed up a bit. But yeah, how about you?
Me, I think Eliza had the biggest impact in me, bro.
Oh, that's true.
Honestly-
It had you depressed.
Back then, I was the nicest person you've ever met, bro. You could ask Marlon about this too. Me and him weren't super close, but we talked.
Yeah.
Bro, I was such an innocent child, bro. I was the nicest kid you've ever met. Like, honestly, bro, I was so loyal. I was so nice. Like, I felt like back then, I had such a good heart. And then as soon as we broke up, like, you see those TikToks where, like, stage 1 in an F-boy, like,
Yeah.
in the beginning, you're super in love, and then at the end, you get heartbroken, and now you're a little F-boy who hoes around with everybody. That's literally the definition of what happened to me when Eliza broke up with me, bro.
Oh yeah,
I was
Christian.
so happy in the relationship and stuff. I was really feeling myself. I was so happy, bro. You understand how
Would
I
you
feel.
say what happened with Eliza affected your most recent relationship with Kylie?
Honestly, I believe it affected a lot of my past relationships. Not only Kylie's, but a lot of them. Cause like when I dated Eliza, I was really happy with her. So I expected all my other relationships to be that fun.
The same
that
way.
Exciting. Hello, mother.
It's like you expect
And-
something.
Yeah, and then after that, stuff just happened, and yeah.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so Kyle, you don't really think any relationship had a big impact on?
What'd you say?
So, oh wait, we talked about you. So let's move on to the next question. So,
Louder, please.
when was your first time cheating?
I never have.
Never.
Nah.
Wow.
How about you, Marlon? What was your first time cheating?
I definitely know you
What
have.
time?
Okay.
Talk-
Okay. Here we go. Okay. How about Christian? You answer first. When was your first time cheating?
How about you?
Well, I didn't cheat. It was just.
Actually,
Yeah, okay.
how about the first one? The first one. Let's talk about the first one. Are you sure you didn't cheat?
Let's talk about our most recent time cheating. How about that? So my most recent time cheating was on December, I believe. It was actually the same exact day I asked Lilia out. The same day. The exact same day. 100%. It was. I don't know if I should say who, because that's a bit private.
You should actually.
It was with Haley, Christian's first kiss. It wasn't like I didn't necessarily like do anything with. I didn't kiss her or anything like that. It was just like,
You were flirting a lot.
yeah, and a bit more, but like that's a bit inappropriate.
A
'cause-
bit more.
Bit
Oh wait,
more.
Kyle, you
That's
were there,
a little too
right?
inappropriate, if you ask me.
Kyle, you were there, right? I think you were with Angela.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I think
You
I
wanna
was
explain
there.
what you did?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like. I just fucked around a lot. Let's just say I fucked around a lot.
Explain.
Christian, okay. I grabbed her ass like a couple times. A couple.
A couple is a little too little.
Okay. A lot of times. A lot. Like repeatedly. So yeah. Worst thing I've ever done in my life. Next to the
Anything
thing.
else?
Anyways, Christian, when was your first time cheating?
My first time cheating. It was actually on my most recent relationship.
Which
No,
time?
no, it was
No, I'm
not.
curious. I don't actually know this myself. When was your first time? Because out of the 100 billion.
My first time was during while I was dating Kylie, and during that whole situation, there was a lot of texting in between me and Lelia, Marlon's ex.
Oh,
True story. True story.
And a lot went on during that period, and
You want to describe in detail what happened the day you went to her house?
a bit of ass was grabbed.
this does not sound good.
We do not sound good.
It really doesn't.
Continue.
A bit of ass was grabbed. What else happened? And yeah, a lot of text messages, weird text messages. Sexual text messages.
What do you
A
consider
little bit.
weird text messages? Because they were pretty weird. they were strange.
I don't know, man. I just during the relationship, I just really didn't enjoy the relationship for some reason.
This was after like a month, right? Or was
After a month and a half.
Okay. So Kyle, you never cheated?
No.
Because we actually have proof of you cheating on me with Christian the other day, and I was wondering if you'd like to comment on it. No.
All right. Anyway, Kyle.
Huh?
What do you look
What
for in
are
a
your
relationship?
Yeah, what do you look for in a relationship?
I just want like the other person to be loyal. You know, unlike some people I know. But
I just got this now, by the way. Okay.
Are you like subbed right now? Would you like to explain one person?
Yeah.
no.
Are we sure?
I'm sure.
I think he's pretty sure, Marlon.
Marlon.
Okay. How about you, Christian? What do you say you look for in your dream girl?
What do I look for? I look for a good personality. Don't be shy.
Put some
Don't
more.
be innocent.
Continue.
Oh, I don't have time for innocent people.
True story. Especially after hearing your last occasion.
Alright. So I also look for. They don't have to be too pretty, but they cannot be ugly. Hell no. To be honest, they could have a nice personality. They have to respect my decisions. I have to respect their decisions.
Bullshit. Okay.
You have to have a certain bond, and they have to respect my football.
Yeah, for me, football is like a big one. I think for me, I personally look for I mean, you have to match my energy level because, like, you know, I'm kind of like, I do dumb shit, dude. That's also why you have to be like really supportive. I will like, yeah, I do anything, honestly. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck it.
Especially some fun stuff at Target, but that's for another video.
Another video. Another video will happen at Target. Anyways, so yeah, basically just be supportive. You can't act a bitchy. Your attitude, you can't. I'll get tight if you give me attitude.
Yeah, no bad attitude, no.
You can't. I get jealous very easily. I'd say that's probably like my biggest problem. So like,
Exactly.
if you're like, if I find out you have like a whole bunch of boy bests and you're like hugging them and all that, like I'm fine if you're having a boy best. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's whatever, I guess. But like,
yeah, but like if the
another
boy
level is
invests
if
more
like,
time and more effort than I do, then
and you're like hugging them and all that, dude. I mean, honestly, it's like, who are you dating? Chill out. You.
I'm not telling you
But yeah.
Saying that, like,
Yeah. So I think that's our last question. So
yeah. Thanks, Kyle, for coming here with us.
No problem.
thanks for that nice discussion we had with Christian about his memories.
Mhm.
Yeah.